Russia, in their offensive operation, covered the entire village with grads. It's day 658 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Ukrainian forces are retreating everywhere on the front line, as momentum is completely on the Russian side. Since the start of the Russian offensive in this region, they were able to recapture nearly all the lost areas. As a result, we saw big frontline changes in a short period of time. Russian forces are looking to push Ukrainian forces towards Chasiv Yar. After capturing Kromov, they have been attacking Ukrainian trenches, located along the Chasiv Yar road from multiple directions. As a result of the attacks, Russian paratroopers were successful. They pushed Ukrainian forces significantly back and recaptured these huge areas in recent days. In a recent video shared by the unit, we can see them attacking Ukrainian trenches and taking it under their control. Not only this, we have very important developments at Avdiivka. Recently, Russian forces were able to push Ukrainian forces towards the center of the village. There are multiple reports that Russian forces were able to reach the first few houses. Sources reported that the Ukrainian garrison, after taking massive losses in their counteroffensive, has become weaker. In addition, there was a report that Ukrainian armed forces have withdrawn their elite 3rd Assault Brigade from Bakhmut. So at the moment, Ukrainian forces have no other option but to withdraw as Russian pressure increases. They are currently focused on slowing Russian forces in this area. However, they are taking significant losses. Unit reported that, in the previous 24 hours, Ukrainians lost around 200 soldiers around Bakhmut. In addition, Russian forces have made very important advances near Klishivka. As the heights are more important than the village itself, Russian forces had launched a significant attack on this important trench network. As a result, they were able to overwhelm Ukrainian forces and took the trench network under their control. It is reported that they are planning to expand along the road and towards forested areas. Now moving to Avdiivka. Russian forces have resumed their offensive operation after limiting it for several days. Ukrainian sources reported that, for the past 2 days, Russian forces have been shelling the entire Avdiivka city very intensely. Russian sources claim that around 8 brigades or 40 battalions are defending Avdiivka at the moment. As a result, Russian forces had to adjust their strategy. At first, they were planning to close the gap by advancing from both sides and taking the city into encirclement. However, as Ukrainian armed forces have deployed their forces significantly, Russian forces are now also planning to cut Avdiivka in half. Recently, they have increased their pressure on this micro-district. In addition, they are also intensely attacking from the north. Any advance in either direction will complicate things for Ukrainian forces. Furthermore, yesterday, we got a report that Russian forces have now entered Avdiivka. After weeks of fighting, Russian forces were able to break Ukrainian defense in this area, and have now taken several houses on the Kolosova Street under their control. Ukrainian sources have also acknowledged this advance. As I said earlier, Russian forces have been massively shelling Ukrainian positions for the past 2 days. This also applies to Pervomaysky. Recently, we received a video of Russian forces shelling the entire village with several grads. If you remember, the infamous Russian PMC used to do the same thing before storming. Ukrainian sources have reported that Russian forces have started storming their positions around the village. Yesterday, along with a long-range strike from Russia, Ukraine was also hit with a cyber attack. Report says, a powerful cyber attack was carried out on Kyivstar, Vodafone and Monobank. As a result, most of the services are down. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.